Hello everyone, welcome to Clear IAS. I'm Ujjwala Pullala, an educator at Clear IAS, and in today's video we will be discussing about Kalapani dispute between India and Nepal. So where is Kalapani located? Kalapani is an area lying in the Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. It is situated at an altitude of 3600 meters and lies on the Kailash Manasarovar route. It is a strategically important tri-junction between India, Nepal and China. So what is a tri-junction? Tri-junction is a point where the borders of three countries, and in this case the countries of India, Nepal and China, meet. So this is the picture of Kalapani, and as we can see, here is the location of Kalapani. Treaty of Sugawli. So how is the Treaty of Sugawli related with the Kalapani dispute between India and Nepal? So what happened was, in 1800s, Nepal was ruled by a very ambitious ruler by the name Prithvi Narayan Shah. Under his rule, much of the unification of Nepal took place, and he tried to extend the boundaries of Nepal by conquering many regions. At that time, India was ruled by the Britishers. So this brought Nepal into direct confrontation with the Britishers, which resulted in the Anglo-Nepalese War of 1814 to 1816. At the end of the war, Treaty of Sugawli was signed in 1816, which marked the boundary between India and Nepal. The Treaty of Sugawli was signed between the East India Company and Nepal. It demarcated the boundary line of Nepal and was signed on 2nd December 1815. It was signed following the Anglo-Nepalese War of 1814 to 1816. Terms of the treaty. Nepal lost one-third of its territory. Nepal lost the areas of Kumaon and Garhwal, and much of the terrain region was also lost. There are other important terms of the treaty too, that is the acceptance of British resident in Nepal and Nepal maintaining friendly relationship with British. But here we'll be limiting our discussion to those clauses which are in connection with the present dispute of Kalapani. So the Article 5 of the treaty is of relevance to us. The King of Nepal to renounce all claims to the area lying to the west of the river Kali. So according to Article 5 of this treaty, the exact words are, the King of Nepal renounces for himself, his heirs and successors all claim to the territories lying to the west of the river Kali, and engaged never to have any concern with the appointed rulers of those territories or the inhabitants thereof. Thus, the river Kali marked the boundary between India and Nepal according to the Treaty of Sugawli. Kalapani dispute. The dispute arises from the varied views regarding the origin of the river Kali. The river changes its course frequently and is also known by different names, that is Kali in the upper stretches, Mahakali in the middle portion, and as Sarju or Gogra in the lower stretches. So this adds up to the confusion. Different claims. According to Nepal, the river originates from a stream at Limpiadhura, which is to the northwest of Lipu Lake. This makes Kalapani, Limpiadhura and Lipu Lake fall to the east of the river Kali, thus becoming a part of Nepal's Dharchula district of Sudur Paschim Pradesh. However, according to India, the river originates in springs below the Lipu Lake Pass, and based on the revenue records dating back to the British era, Kalapani is a part of India's Uttarakhand state. If once you look at the map, you will be able to understand in a better way. So, as you can see, at the top is Limpiadhura and here is Kalapani. So, what is the strategic importance of Lipu Lake Pass and Kalapani? The 35 square kilometers region is a tri-junction between India, Tibet and Nepal, as we have earlier discussed. Since 1962, it is under the control of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. The Lipu Lake provides a strategic advantage for India to keep an eye on the Chinese movements. As we have seen in the map, the Lipu Lake is located at a higher point, and thus this provides a strategic advantage for India. So this is the tri-junction, that is the Lipu Lake Pass or Kalapani between India, China and Nepal. Revival of tensions. So as we have seen, the issue of Kalapani is not new between India and Nepal, and since 1962, the region is under the control of ITBP and Nepal never really opposed the presence of troops there. So why were these tensions revived now? Last year, India released a political map showing Kalapani as a part of its territory. Nepal objected to this move of India and said Kalapani is an integral part of Nepal. Nepal said the issue has to be resolved through bilateral talks and no unilateral decision by India would be acceptable. Earlier this month, the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated a 80-kilometer road in Uttarakhand, opening a new route to Manas Sarovar via Lipu Lake Pass. This is meant for the convenience of the Yatris and is known as the Kailash Manas Sarovar Yatra route. So as we have earlier seen, Kalapani lies en route to the Kailash Manas Sarovar Yatra. And also the Lipu Lake Pass is used by the Bhotia community of the Uttarakhand for maintaining trade relationship with the Tibet. So this area is of great importance to India. Through this, the connectivity from Darchula to Lipu Lake has been achieved. Nepal strongly objected to this move by India and recently released its own map showing Kalapani as its own territory. The cabinet approved this map and the Nepal government wanted to amend the constitution and include this map. However, this has not yet been approved by the Parliament of Nepal. This move, in turn, was objected by India. So this is the map which was released by Nepal showing Kalapani and Lipu Lake Pass as its own territory. Steps taken till date by both the governments. In 1950, India and Nepal signed the Treaty of Peace and Friendship for establishing close strategic relationship and also to formalize the ties. For resolving the boundary issues, the Nepal-India Technical Level Joint Boundary Working Group was set up in 1981. By 2007, this group completed demarcating almost 98% of the border except for the two disputed areas of Kalapani and Sista. Way forward. Nepal is a friendly neighbor of India and the relations between both the countries are fondly called as Roti Betika Rishta. The people-to-people relationship between the two countries is unparalleled. So where did India actually err? In 2015, when India and China decided to open up the Kailash Manasarovar route, India should have taken into consideration the concerns of Nepal so that the current situation could have been avoided. India is committed to resolving the dispute through talks and the process must be quickened so as to avoid further damage to this relationship. In the recent years, the relationship between India and Nepal has had few issues like the issue of Madhesis and the recent issue of the Nepal government blaming India for the entry of corona into Nepal. So, as said by the government of India, this issue must be resolved quickly and let us hope these tensions between the India and Nepal gets diffused quickly because Nepal is of great strategic significance to India and India cannot afford to lose a friend like Nepal. Thank you, and please subscribe to our channel Clear IAS and press the bell icon for receiving the notification of the future videos.